What's going on, y'all? I wanted to talk a little bit. This is draft related and it's also Twitter related, as we can see. But I wanted to touch on the draft first. So I know Osa Hank is up. Now we know that we gotta address his linebacker position. Like I don't even think I even need to address that. But I wanted to address this pretty much more as in the D line. So for those of y'all who's been around, y'all know that one of my favorite players on this defense is Osa. However, I understand that this Cowboys need an upgrade and they need to upgrade at D tackle as well in defensive end. They need a whole philosophy change. And I be honest with you, I would not pay Osa, even though I like him. And I'm gonna tell you why. Osa is a solid player, a solid starter in this league. But what the Cowboys need is something a little bit stronger and a little bit bigger inside. And for the cost that is probably going to take to bring Osa back, especially after all the mismanagement of the decisions that they have done, paying Gallup and etc. And they talking about extending Dak and they gonna pay CD and probably they're gonna pay Micah. You ain't gonna be able to afford to overpay for somebody like Osa in free agency. But the good thing about it is that you can replace him. And you can actually replace him cheaper. See, this is going to take for the Cowboys not only to draft well, they're going to have to acquire some picks here, but they're going to have to actually do some damage in free agency. You need a whole philosophy change. You need a change that you need some tough players, some players that was already tough. And if you're gonna change the culture, especially when you got these buddy coaches that you got right now that ain't gonna put no discipline on you, that as the players talk about, they're my friends. They're my friends. I'll see all you hear is he's my friend off the field, right? And he's your friend on the field. And that's exactly why that you have no discipline. See, when you talk about parents, right? Your parents got to discipline you, right? Your parents is not your friend. Your parents is your parents. See, it's cool to have that relationship coaching wise to be able to go ahead and talk about things other than football, but don't get it twisted. I'm still your coach. So we got a lot of these players that want friends instead of coaches, right? So with that being the case, you're gonna need some addition when it comes down to holding people accountable on the field, and you're gonna need players that really come from that and that's gonna get on these players. We have no players on this defense that'll go ahead and get on your line if you have a performance like you did against the Green Bay Packers. So I'm saying all this to say this. The philosophy change need to be this. So they say that we don't have defensive ends, right? You got what? Tank. You got Micah that can rush, right? Fowler should be gone. He's only a one-way player. He should be gone. Dorrance should be gone. And you should incorporate Fuhoku in the mix. Now I know they want to go ahead and make Fuhoku a 3 tech, but I'll just tell you like this with Fahoku. I believe Fahoku should stay at deep. Just like I don't believe that they should have asked Mozzie to lose that weight or make Mozzie lose that weight and make Fahoku gain all that weight. I disagree with both of them moves. I think Fahoku is a defensive end. He would have been a little bit a bigger defensive end, but what I seen from Fahoku in the preseason gave me encouragement. I liked what I seen. Now it's going to be tough, right? Because the reason why it's going to be tough is because a lot of these players you didn't get to see in regular action, so you don't know if you can rely on them or not. So it's almost like all your draft picks is like a crapshoot. You're banking on them. You're going to probably be forced to have to bank on some. And then if they don't work out, you're probably going to have to make a move during the season. That's what we're forced with because of this, of the poor, how can I say it? You could say mismanagement on the coaching end, but pretty much them not being able to get on the field, whether it's them the own doing or the coaches doing or both, or whatever the case may be, they wasn't on the field. So you don't know nothing about these players. So that's the unknown that's going to hurt this team also in decision making. But this team is going to have to spend some money. See, not only are you paying for production, but you're paying for a mindset. See, a mindset costs. I be thinking that everybody you see when it come down to the Baltimore Ravens, look at they got, you can tell like them as football players. Everybody, see, they talk about the lines, that poor secondary. Well, that poor secondary is in the NFC Championship, but they have a tough front, and that tough front make plays. Them linebackers make plays. So what does that tell you? You need to go ahead and add some resources to your front. That whole D tackle, I like Hank, but he shouldn't come back either. I was very disappointed in Hank. If we're gonna be honest with you, I was kind of disappointed in Hank on how many times he was on the ground this game. I was very disappointed in that. But I think you need a whole remake in your interior. We know Mozzie gonna be here, but the others, they don't need to be here. So they're probably going to be looking for at least 3 players to go ahead, whether it be in a draft free agency trade, to go ahead and remake this D tackle. You need to hold you damn near need me to remake that line. I gave you a couple plays that should be here, but your whole defensive line need to be remade in this draft free agency trade. It need to be remade because that culture that they got on that D line is also not good. What's good is, see, look, also you can look at it. Don't nobody see, so Cowboys are supposed to be one of the deepest when it come down to getting to the quarterback. Am I correct? But guess what? That's not winning games though. These other teams, they put their resources to other positions in the defense, which got them in the AFC and the NFC championship. All the teams that you see that's in the NFC and the AFC championship, their pass rusher is not coming in waves like the Dallas Cowboys. It's not coming in waves. So that tells you that's not what's going to win you. That's not what's going to win you the Super Bowl that the Dallas Cowboys fans seek. I think the fans want it more than the players, but that's another video. But you need to, like I said, you need to remake this whole defensive line. It was underwhelming from a pass rush perspective and a run defense perspective. It was very underwhelming. It's not going to get it done. I appreciate you, Hank. I appreciate you, Osa, but I believe it's time to move on. You see, you got to know when it's time to move on. You got to know when you got to know. But then can I trust his front office to get them big boys that we need, to get them backers that we need? Well, as you can see that they ain't been drafting too well at linebacker, y'all. They ain't been drafted too well. So they're going to have to go get some players in the front 7 that's already ready-made. You can still draft, but they're going to have to get some players that's already ready-made. And you're going to have to trust some players that didn't get too much time. You're going to have to trust a Sam Williams because you still got Sam Fehoko, Tank. You're going to have to trust them. You're going to have to trust them. Sam has been robbed. He has been robbed of time here. These 2 years, Sam was supposed to take the next step this year. And it wasn't because he didn't have it in his play. It's because of coaching. Because one thing I seen was Sam, when Sam was getting some snaps, Sam produced. So whatever we seen of Sam, I'm encouraged of what I seen of Sam. And Sam is tougher. He's tougher than some of these defensive ends that's already there. Fehoko is tough in the run game. I think it was against the Raiders in preseason, if I'm not mistaken. It was Raiders or Seahawks. It was one of them. But when it was his time to shine, I was encouraged in what I seen. See, with Fehoko, I will play him at defensive end, right? And when they want to do a NASCAR package, I will rush him at 3 tech. See, the plan is not hard. It's just that you have an insufficient front office that don't really know what to do with these players. What they see is totally different than what they are. And they're asking people to be something that they're not, that they're not it. Like Micah, they're asking him to be a defensive end. He's not a defensive end. So if they out here mismanaging players like Mozzie and Fehoko, then how could we go ahead and expect them to manage players that we draft in the future? It's not looking too good, Cowboy Nation. But yeah, this whole right here need to be remade. Everything pretty much need to be fresh. You can keep a couple players, and you're probably going to be forced to go ahead and keep a couple players and add some players that didn't get too much production to produce. But they're gonna have to remake this whole defensive line, and they can't see Osa is gonna get overpaid most likely because y'all know that's how it happens in free agency. But I'm not willing to overpay for Osa, who is not really too much of a force in the passing game. I'm not really to pay him. See, I can go ahead and find me run stuffers. It's a little bit easier to find some run stuffers. You can go get some proven run stuffers. That's not the issue here. Everybody can find them some run stuffers. That's not the issue. And what Osa provides in a passing game is just not good enough for me to overpay in free agency. That's all I'm saying. Hank, I can find me another 350-pound boy in that middle. That's younger, that's fresher, and that can move a little bit better. The Cowboys is going to have to let a lot of people go. This defense needs to have a whole makeover. This defense needs to have a whole makeover. You can look at Osa. See, Osa struggled. Y'all see in the film, Osa has some struggles in this game as well. But you see, right? But you see them Baltimore Ravens, them big boys up front, them solid boys, them strong boys up front. You don't see them getting moved. You don't see them getting moved like that. They out there doing some moving. Look at 97. You don't see that with the Baltimore Ravens. You don't see that. You don't see that with the Baltimore Ravens. So unfortunately, Osa, no matter how much I rock with you, you gotta go. You gotta hate. You gotta go. Clark, you gotta go. 14, you gotta go to safety. Fowler, I don't want you back. Dorrance, I don't want you back. So there's a whole bunch of players that, hey, just start over, Dallas. It ain't the worst thing in the world. It ain't the worst thing in the world to start over, but you're gonna have to start over. Now, that's y'all know we're gonna touch on that a little bit more in the future because we get ready to start looking at these prospects, right? But let's talk about what we've been seeing on Twitter. So evidently, Michael Parsons' brother, CeeDee Lamb's mother, and I'm missing one. I'm missing Micah, Tad Prescott. I want to address all of that because this is the reason why I want to address all of that, because don't get it twisted, y'all. Them players know what they moms and them tweeting, and they endorse that because deep down inside they can say it, but the players can't say it. So don't get it twisted. When I hear Mike and them brother talk, I know. When I hear CeeDee Lamb talk, CeeDee Lamb mother talk, I know because I seen it. CeeDee Lamb don't rock with Dak Prescott, and you can see it in the playoff game, and that's why his mama said what he did. She did. So don't get it twisted. She said Dak gotta go. They taught her, yes, we know Dak gotta go. And so I agree with CeeDee's mother 100%. We know what's up. And don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Even though CeeDee embraces that 88, CeeDee didn't really want to embrace that 88. He didn't really want to embrace that 88. Don't get it twisted. He was forced to embrace that 88. So wouldn't be surprised that if they extend Dak Prescott and his contract is up, that he don't really want to be here. So don't get it twisted. So remember that, y'all. Keep that in the back of y'all head. Micah's brother, Terrence Parsons, he talking about this linebacker and yada yada. Let me tell y'all something. If Micah wanted to play linebacker, 20 sacks wouldn't come out his mouth. Because when do you see Roquan Smith, Fred Warner, and them getting 20 sacks? Micah says 20 sacks because Micah wants to play defensive end. So don't let this trickery fool y'all. Don't know regular linebacker says 20 sacks, and if it's a linebacker that is a pass rush specialist, 20 sacks still wouldn't come out of his mouth because 20 sacks wouldn't be possible. Well, it's possible, but you get what I'm saying. You would have to rush a little bit more. You would have to rush like Micah. So don't get it twisted, y'all. His 20 will have to come off of blitzing, some third down, and which I think that his numbers could improve on that. Just that alone, with because sometimes less is more. But don't get it twisted though. There's the reason why Micah said that because his PR people told him to say that. His little tweet. Micah don't want to play line. His brother may say line. Micah don't want to play linebacker, yo. Because if Micah wanted to play linebacker and he knew the team needed that, and if he was his team first player, he would have volunteered. He's like, you know what, Dan Quinn, we suck at linebacker. Put me at linebacker and let Sam Williams, Fowler, and Tank do their thing. And that would have been the end of it. Because Micah runs them. You know that. We know that. So don't get it twisted. Micah don't want to play linebacker. And Micah wants to get paid like a real pass rusher, not a linebacker. But that's another thing too. And Tad Prescott, y'all know a couple years ago, me and Tad Prescott had words on here. Y'all know we had some words on here. Look, so Tad Prescott saying Dak wants to be here, but he would love for Dak to be gone. We would love for Dak to be gone. So you telling me because of the fans DMing you, there's a reason why that you can't take it? If that ain't the softest that I've ever heard, and if that's what your brother's spilling out, no wonder your brother folds in a moment because he ain't tough in a moment as well. What kind of soft ass shit is that? Oh, the fans is overbearing. The fans saying this. So. And what they got to do with the play? The fans, it's social media. The fans gonna say what they gonna say, and you know it's the truth. He said Dak Prescott really wants to bring the Cowboys a Super Bowl. Does he now? Because he sure ain't been playing like it. And if that was the case, then why would you even say something like that? Because that was really on your heart. You don't want Dak Prescott to be here because you want to be in a situation where that pressure ain't on your boy. And that pressure ain't on you. Bro, whatever goes down with Dak, that ain't got nothing to do with you. So you out here crying about fans because they hitting you up? That's hella soft. I thought you're supposed to be tough. That's hella soft. That's hella soft to say that the fans, the fans is overbearing. And they talk about the cat. But one thing's for sure, all three of them family members have a common issue though, and that's with the organization though. They could say that, oh, we ain't disrespectful, but yeah, y'all have beef with the organization just like we have beef with the organization. But don't get it twisted though. There's a couple players in the organization that you disagree with, and a lot of that stems around Dak Prescott. CD, he just doing his job, but CD understands that Dak Prescott is not going to get the job done. But for some reason, everybody else do. But Jerry Jones and him thinks that he can get the job done. I don't see what they saying. But yeah, man, I seen some of that stuff. I seen some of them tweets. I'm like, bro, this is some of the softest that I've ever seen, yo. Some of the softest shit I've ever seen. Man, absolutely. Hey, look, you can't cry about look, social media, everybody got access to you damn near. So you can't cry because somebody says something. If you don't want to be exposed to that, then get off social media. And that will fix all of that, wouldn't it? So, man, I can't stand that crybaby stuff, man. That's that crybaby culture, man. That's that crybaby soft ass culture that the Dallas Cowboys got. Crying about fans DMing them. So, and come with the territory. You got the richest friend. Your brother's the quarterback of the richest franchise, man, in sports. The hell you thought? Everybody and their mama love them Cowboys, man. They may say they hate them, but they don't hate them Cowboys. They love it. They love watching them, whether they want to win or lose. They want to go ahead and watch them Cowboys. So don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Because the worst I had with Tad Prescott, because he was out there, he said something similar. But I'm like, man, hold your brother accountable. I got that video. Y'all can look it up. I still got that video. I still got that video. Dez Bryant was a real one, and he reposted it for me though because he know I was spitting facts, and a lot of what we talked about in that video still hold true today. That's all I'm saying, y'all. But y'all know, man, I just wanted to touch on that briefly because I can go on and on, though, but it's gonna be uncomfortable for some people because I really got some things that I want to say, but I'm gonna keep that to myself for now. But y'all see these two big boys in here? All of them gotta go. Neville gotta go. All of them gotta go. Hank gotta go. Osa gotta go. Look, you see him on the ground. This is disappointing. He 350. This is the reason why I say, bro. Hey, look, man. Hank, you ran his course. I appreciate you everything you done did, but this ran his course right here, man. You see that? That ran his course right here. I'm sorry. All that got to go and be replaced. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe.